Hey, my darlings. Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales with your host, Adrian. And ooh, boy, today we're diving into the latest Royal Experts Gone Wild segment, where suddenly Prince Harry is a chicken-feeding, sad little man with second thoughts, according to, wait for it, Arthur Edwards and the Sun. Yes, that Arthur Edwards, the man who's been photographing the royal family for decades and acting like he has access to Harry's private diary. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. So grab your tea because we're going to shred this nonsense line by line. Today, let's step back from the noise and look at the story of Prince Harry with fresh eyes. Instead of focusing on the headlines, let's try to see the man behind the public persona, the real human being navigating a world of expectations and scrutiny. The media paints him as lost, isolated and unhappy since leaving royal life. Every day, new stories emerge, speculating about his choices, his state of mind and his future. It's a narrative that's easy to accept, but is it the truth? But is that the whole story? Or is there more beneath the surface, something deeper, more meaningful, and perhaps even inspiring? Imagine a simple chicken coop, a place of routine and purpose, far from the grandeur of palaces. It's a symbol of a different kind of life, one that values simplicity, hard work and connection to nature. This is the world Harry and his family have chosen, grounded, intentional and connected to life's basics. They've traded royal protocol for family dinners, public duties for private laughter, and the constant flash of cameras for the gentle rhythm of daily life. Critics call it a step down, but perhaps it's a step toward real contentment. Maybe it's not about losing status, but about gaining something far more precious: authenticity, peace, and the freedom to choose your own path. True happiness isn't found in crowns or castles for everyone. For some, the weight of tradition can be stifling, and the trappings of royalty can feel more like a cage than a privilege. For some, it's peace, privacy, and being present with family, far from the public gaze. It's about savouring the small moments, the laughter of a child, the comfort of a shared meal, and the beauty of a quiet evening at home. The relentless focus on his supposed misery misses the point. It overlooks the possibility that happiness can look very different from what we expect, and that fulfillment isn't always found in the spotlight. It's a narrative designed to validate the old ways by dismissing the new. But happiness isn't one size fits all. What brings joy to one person may not work for another, and that's the beauty of life's journey. Life's diversity teaches us that fulfillment comes in many forms. Whether it's in a bustling city, a quiet village, or a sunlit garden, each of us finds meaning in our own unique way. For Harry, it may be found in ordinary moments, not royal rituals. In the laughter of his son, the warmth of his wife's hand, and the satisfaction of a day spent together, he may have discovered a richness that no title can bestow. Sometimes, the quietest life is the richest of all. And perhaps in choosing simplicity, Harry has found a happiness that's truly his own. The sad Harry story is everywhere, crafted to evoke pity and to paint a picture of a prince who has lost his way. It's a narrative that's been repeated so often it almost feels like fact. But is it really the truth, or just a story that sells papers and clicks? The headlines and commentary are designed to provoke a sense of "I told you so," as if Harry's every move is proof that leaving the royal family was a mistake. We see carefully chosen photos, Harry looking serious, Meghan glancing away, and hear whispers of regret and isolation. But do these images and rumours really reflect the reality of their lives, or are they just snapshots chosen to fit a convenient story? When Harry speaks for himself, he talks about protecting his family, about wanting his children to grow up with freedom and security, and about giving them a sense of normalcy. That's not the language of regret, it's the voice of conviction and purpose. He stepped away from royal duties, not out of anger or rebellion, but to shield his family from the relentless glare of the spotlight and the harm it can bring. True success isn't measured by titles, palaces, or public approval. It's measured by the strength of our connections, the love we share, and the purpose we find in our actions. Harry traded royal duty for a life of meaning, focusing on causes that matter deeply to him, supporting veterans, mental health, and children's welfare. He's found fulfillment in service, not ceremony. He's building a legacy based on action and compassion, not just on the circumstances of his birth. Every day, he chooses to make a difference, to stand up for what he believes in. The unhappy narrative ignores the real reason he left: to escape relentless scrutiny, to protect his loved ones, and to find a sense of peace that was impossible within the royal bubble. He wanted his children to play freely, to laugh and explore, without fear of being turned into tabloid targets. For Harry, happiness is found in these simple, precious moments. The sad Harry story is a fiction, one that reveals more about the people who tell it and the culture that craves royal drama than about Harry himself. His journey is one of growth, resilience, and self-discovery, not decline. He's learning, evolving, and finding his own path, even when it means facing criticism. The real story is about choosing peace over chaos, authenticity over appearances, and family over fame. It's about living with intention, not regret. Sometimes true happiness means walking away from the noise and embracing a life that's quieter, but infinitely more meaningful. Reports say Harry has shown concern for his father and sister-in-law during their health struggles. Some twist this into regret or weakness, but that's a cynical misreading. Compassion is strength, not a sign of wanting to return. Harry can care for his family while standing by his choices. Love and conviction can coexist. His criticisms have always targeted the institution, not his relatives. His concern is consistent with his values: a caring son, not a lost man. To call empathy regret is to miss the point of being human. Family bonds endure, even across distance and disagreement. Harry's actions show maturity and emotional depth. He's not seeking a way back. He's living with conviction and heart. The media keeps replaying old stories about Harry and Meghan. Bridesmaid dresses, tiaras, feuds. It's a narrative stuck in the past, refusing to acknowledge their new life. While commentators profit from old wounds, Harry and Meghan are building a future, raising children, growing a business, and giving back. The real resistance is to their happiness outside the royal mould. The past is used to undermine their present, but they keep moving forward. Life grows toward the light, not backward into the shell. Who's really stuck, the couple building a new life, or the media clinging to old drama? The power of the old story fades with every step they take into the future. Critics accuse Harry of betraying family trust by sharing his story, calling his desire for privacy hypocritical. But telling your own story is not the same as being hounded by tabloids. Harry reclaimed his narrative after years of distortion. Speaking out was a defense, not a betrayal. Trust is a two-way street, broken by silence as much as by words. When the institution failed to protect his family, he acted as a husband and father first. Privacy means choosing what to share, not hiding everything. It's about protecting his children from the scrutiny he endured. Drawing boundaries is not hypocrisy. It's love and responsibility. Critics often claim Harry's legal battles are all about money, but that argument completely misses the deeper point at stake here. His fight is truly for safety, principle, and above all his family's protection, not for any kind of financial gain. Losing royal security left him and his loved ones vulnerable. His actions are about peace of mind and a sense of security. Legal challenges against the press are about demanding accountability, not seeking payouts or settlements. He's witnessed the damage of relentless media intrusion firsthand and knows its true cost. This is a stand for a safer, more ethical media, not just for himself but for countless others who face similar threats. Reducing his motives to money alone trivializes his deeply held convictions and values. The real cost is living in fear, something he refuses to accept for himself or his family. In the end, two stories remain, one of regret and one of quiet courage. The world often celebrates the loudest voices, the grandest gestures, but sometimes the most profound victories are the ones that go unseen, quietly unfolding in the background of everyday life. Harry's life now is about honesty, family, and purpose, not palaces or titles. He's chosen a path where laughter at the breakfast table and bedtime stories matter more than royal protocols or public expectations. In the warmth of his home, he's found a new kind of richness. The critic's noise will never fully fade, but it doesn't have to define his story. Every headline and rumour is just a fleeting shadow compared to the lasting light of living true to oneself. He's learned to let go of the need for approval from those who never truly knew him. True royalty is found in protecting what you love and caring for others. It's in the gentle moments, comforting a child, supporting a partner, or standing up for what's right even when it's difficult. His legacy will be built on service, advocacy, and love. Through every act of kindness, every cause championed, he's redefining what it means to lead and inspire. Let the old narratives crumble. The future is built by those who plant new seeds. Each day he chooses to nurture hope, to create something lasting and beautiful from the ground up, even if it takes time to bloom. The world sees not failure but hope and the courage to choose happiness. In their journey, many find inspiration to break free from expectations and seek their own joy. Success is measured by integrity and peace, not public approval. The quiet moments, walking in nature, sharing laughter with loved ones, are where true fulfillment is found. The unseen victory is a life lived authentically, on your own terms. It's the freedom to be yourself, to love deeply, and to find meaning beyond the spotlight. That's a lesson for us all, to live with courage and love, the most natural thing in the world. In the end, it's not the titles or applause that matter, but the quiet contentment of a life well lived, surrounded by those who matter most. So let's recap. Harry is being painted as a regretful, sad, isolated man because he dared to show compassion. Meghan is, once again, painted as the overachieving, cold woman who's dragging him along. And the royal commentators are still mad they don't have access to the Sussexes' lives like they used to. My message to Harry? You're doing just fine. Keep feeding those chickens, walking your kids to the park, producing real content, and fighting for what matters. Because while they sit behind microphones speculating, you're out here living. And that, darling, is the ultimate win. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And as always, this is Adrian signing off from Meghan and Harry Tales, where truth always reigns louder than tabloids.